Hi, welcome to Blessings channel. This video is concerned with regression analysis. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified each time I publish a new video. Now we'll see the basic concept, formulas, and various methods of solving numerical problems on regression. Please do well to watch the complete video to get the clarity about this topic. The question now is, what is regression? Regression is a model used to analyze or evaluate the exact relationship between bivariate data. That is, the relationship between dependent and independent variable. It is worthy to note that the objective of regression is to make prediction. Having said that, regression analyzes the relationship between independent variable and dependent variable. Now let's define what independent and dependent variable is. Independent variable is one which is used to make prediction. Remember, we did say that the objective of regression is to make prediction. Dependent variable is one whose value is to be predicted. Now let's take a look at various types of regression. The first one is simple regression. Simple regression studies only two variables at a time. The second one is multiple regression. Multiple regression is one that studies more than two variables at a time. The third type of regression is one known as linear regression. Linear regression is one whose regression line is straight. The last type of regression is nonlinear regression. Is one whose regression line is not straight. That is to say that the regression line is curved. In this video, we're going to concentrate on linear regression. And so let's take a look at equation of linear regression. Equation of linear regression is the line which gives the best estimate of one variable for a given value of other variable. Remember, we did say regression is basically used for making predictions, right, or estimate. For example, one can use the age of a child to predict or estimate his weight, right? So age here is the independent variable, while weight is the dependent variable. That's to say that the weight of a child depends on age. And then we call the regression of this nature the regression of weight and age. And so we use the age of a child to predict the weight. On the contrary, if the weight is the independent variable while the age is the dependent variable, and so the regression would be regression of age on weight. Let's take a look at the types of equation of linear regression. The first is linear regression equation of y on x. Basically, in statistics, the equation of linear regression of y on x is as follows. The equation is y equal b0 plus b1x, right? Of course, y in this context entails that y is the dependent variable and x here is the independent variable, where b1 is the slope, also known as the regression coefficient, b0 is the intercept, right? The second type of linear regression equation is one known as linear regression equation of x on y. Here we could see that x here is dependent on y, meaning that s is the dependent variable while y is the independent variable. And the equation is x equal b0 plus b1y. And of course, we already know that b0 is the intercept, while b1 is the slope, also known as the regression coefficient. Now, let's see the methods of calculating or obtaining the slope of linear regression equation. Basically, we have two methods. The first one is least square method. I call that LSM. To find the slope of y on x using the least square method involves the following formula: sum of squares sy over sum of squares x, where sum of squares sy equal to n summation sy minus summation x times summation y. So following the formula we have over here, we have sum of squares x equal n summation s square minus summation x r squared. All in all, this is the formula we use to calculate the slope of y on x. And so let's also take a look at the formula we use to calculate the slope of x on y. So the slope of x on y would be b1 equals sum of square sy divided by sum of squares y, which is equal to, so sum of squares sy equal n times summation sy minus summation x times summation y divided by following the formula sum of squares y, which is n times summation y square minus summation y r square. Please note the difference. The difference between the slope of y on x is in the sum of squares x, while that of slope of x on y is in sum of squares y. The second method of obtaining the slope of linear regression equation is deviation from the mean method. Now, let's take a look at the formula for calculating the slope of y on x using the deviation from the mean method. And here we go now. The slope of y on x equal summation the deviation from the mean of x times the deviation from the mean of y divided by summation the square of the deviation from the mean of x. Let's also take a look at the formula for calculating the slope of x on y using the deviation from the mean method. And so the formula is summation deviation from the mean of x times deviation from the mean of y divided by summation of square of deviation from the mean of y. Please take note of the difference. The difference between these two is just in the denominator. And now let's take a look at the formula for calculating the intercept of linear regression equation. Let's consider the intercept of y on x. Intercept of y on x is, intercept is denoted with b0 equal mean y minus b1 times mean x. Of course, b1 here means the slope, right? Let's also consider the intercept of x on y. And here we go now. So the intercept of x on y is mean x minus b1 times mean y. And of course, we know that b1 stands for the slope or regression coefficient, right? Stay tuned for the next video where we'll solve numerical problem on regression using the least square method. Thank you for watching this video. For motivating us to work, please do well to like, comment, subscribe and share this video. Bye.